Hi everyone, so I am here today with part 5 of my bookshelf tour. This shelf is primarily crime novels, although in some cases there's a couple of other things on there. A bit of fantasy, I think, a bit of historical fiction-y crime, bit of historical fiction war stuff. Okay, a little bit of everything, but there's more crime than anything else. So this shelf, I don't really have many decorative items at all. I just have this one candle, which is from IKEA in the vanilla flavour scent. You know what I mean? Oh, it smells beautiful. I need to light this soon. It smells so good. So the first book I have to show you is Coastliners by Joanne Harris. I got this off a friend several years ago because she buys books, reads them, and then gives them away to charity shops. And she was showing me some books she was thinking of getting rid of. I was like, I'll read that. I still haven't read it though, and I've had it quite a few years myself now. I do want to get to it. It is an author that I want to try and read more books of. So yeah. Similar vein with this one, this is Blackberry Wine, again by Joanne Harris. And again, I got this one from the same place, and again, I still haven't read it. And again, another Joanne Harris novel, again from that same friend, and this is 5/4 of the Orange, and again I've not read this one yet either. Next we have The Prophet by Ethan Cross. I got this from my friend's mum. I went around her house once and she was in the process of getting rid of all of her physical books because she wanted to move totally to Kindle. So she told me that I could just help myself to any that I wanted, and she'd got a lot of crime novels, so this is one of the ones that I picked up from her. I also picked this one up from the same friend's mum, and this is The Shepherd, again by Ethan Cross. Meanwhile, this one is Man and Boy by Tony Parsons, and I got this one from the other friend I mentioned that was sending books to a charity shop. This is also from that same friend. This is Inconceivable by Ben Elton. I've read one other Ben Elton book in the past, and so I wanted to give more of his work a go. I've had this book for years and years, and I've actually read it, which is a miracle in itself, but this is Forgotten Voices of the Great War by Max Arthur. And I think I bought this one for like a school-related kind of project, and I really enjoyed probably isn't quite the right word, but it was good to sort of get more of an insight into the Great War. These next two are the first two books in the Regeneration series by Pat Barker. So I've got Regeneration and The Eye in the Door. I've read Regeneration, but I haven't read The Eye in the Door. And these again were part of some sort of like school project when I was at school, learning about the First World War and everything. Next we have a book that I don't know where I got from. I'm not sure how long I've had it. A long time though. I'm not sure what it's about. I want to read it at some point just because that cover has my attention. So yeah, this is The Long Patrol, A Tale of Redwall by Brian Jacks. Here we have another one that I don't know where the heck I got it from, why I've got it, how long I've had it, but this is Cutthroat Island. And this is set in 1688 AD. I know nothing about it at all. Next we have a couple of Sidney Sheldon books. These are the ones I got off that friend's mum that was getting rid of some of her books. So I've got Bloodline and I've got Memories of Midnight. And these are sort of really old school crime novels. Then we have Blood on the Tongue by Stephen Booth. I bought this, I want to say a good 12 or so years ago, because I was just looking for something to read. So I was literally just perusing the shelves in a bookstore and was like, oh, Blood on the Tongue, what an interesting title name. So I picked it up, I read it, because this was back in the days when I read the books that I bought pretty much straight away, that's why I was buying them. And I remember really enjoying it actually, but I hadn't really got much to compare it to, so whether I'd still enjoy it now, I don't know. Then we have a good old classic here, and that is The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. I bought this back when it was a popular book to buy and read it straight away again because it was in the days when I used to read the moment I bought a book. That trend didn't continue because this is Lost Souls by Neil White. I bought this quite a while ago when I was looking for something to read, was sort of perusing the bookshelves again, bought this thinking, oh, I'll go home and read it, and this must have been about the time that I started buying books and not reading them straight away because I've had this a while and I've still not read it. I still really want to. The Worst Nightmares Can Happen in Broad Daylight. Ooh. And this is The Grave Tattoo by Val McDermid, and I got this off my friend's mum too. And I picked this one up off her because it says it's from the creator of TV's Wire in the Blood, which I did see a few episodes of and did enjoy. So I was eager to kind of grab this one off her as fast as I could. These next two are also off that friend's mum, so I have got The Crucifix Killer and The Executioner, and these are both by Chris Carter. And these just look right up my street, to be honest, so I was like, oh yes, I'll have these two as well, please. Meanwhile, off the other friend, I really should have put these into some sort of stack so I don't need to go that friend and then that friend's mum. But yeah, the other friend, I got Cold Mountain by Charles Fraser. I've never seen the film, so I thought I'd be able to read the book, and I've still not read the book either. I hope to get to it one day. Here we have The Husband's Secret by Liane Moriarty. I won this on a Goodreads giveaway, read it, devoured it, loved it, and became a massive fan of Liane Moriarty. I'm now on a mission to read all of her books. Making slow progress with that, but hope to get there one day. I loved this book so much. Next we have Black Arts by Prentice and Well. I don't know where I got this. Was it a Goodreads giveaway? I'm not sure. Or whether it was from a friend. I'm not sure at all, to be honest. This is one I studied at school. This is The Colour Purple by Alice Walker. This is such a special book. I really enjoyed it, and I feel like a lot of people in the UK do read this at school, so I won't bother telling you what it's about and why you should pick it up. But if for some reason you haven't, this is such an important read. Another school read, and this was Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit by Jeanette Winterson. I found this one quite difficult to get into initially, but once I did, I really loved this one too, and again, a really important read. Then we have The Air Affair by Jasper Fforde. This was a World Book Day book, well, book night as it says on this one, quite some years back, 2013 to be precise. And someone in my boyfriend's family was giving these out to spread like reading awareness and whatnot, and found out that I am a big reader and gave me a copy too. Next we have The Waterborne Blade by Susan Murray. I'm not sure what this is other than fantasy. That's literally all I know about it. I got this in a Goodreads giveaway. Then we have The First Horseman by D.K. Wilson. And this is apparently based on a real unsolved Tudor mystery. And now that I've heard that, I'm thinking, why have I not read this yet? If you've sort of seen a few of my videos here and there about historical fiction, you'll know that I really, really love the Tudors and like reading about the Tudors, anything and everything I can. So it makes sense that I bought this at some point, but why have I not read it yet? I need to read this. Then we have Seventh Son by Joseph Delaney, and I've had this a while. I think I got it in a Goodreads giveaway. It's books 1 and 2 of the internationally best-selling Spooks series. Next we have In Your Prime by India Knight. I'm not sure entirely what this is about, but I know I won it in a Goodreads giveaway. Then we have Sword and Schmitta, I'm not sure, I feel an idiot right now, by Simon Scarrow. And I can't remember whether I bought this one. I think I did. I think I bought this one again back in the days when I thought I would take it home and read it straight away and then didn't. But it's set in 1565 during a war between Islam and Christianity. Next we have The Undone Years by Shamini Flint. Not a clue. Not a clue. I think this was a Goodreads giveaway as well. Next we have The Interpretation of Murder by Jed Rubenfeld. I definitely bought this. Well, there's the evidence itself, but I definitely bought this. It's a historical fiction set in Manhattan in 1909. I've still not read it. Pretty annoyed with myself for that, because the whole reason why I picked this up was because the cover attracted me. Then I read the description, and the description was like, oh my god, I need to read this. So why haven't I yet? Next we have This Little Piggy by Bay Davenport, and I've read this. Miracle! I really enjoyed it. It's a just about historical fiction set in, when was it? 1984, so historical fiction? Yeah, do we think? It was sort of a mystery novel, and a journalist kind of gets a bit involved and everything gets a bit crazy. I really enjoyed it though. I can't remember it very well anymore because I did read it a good maybe 4 years or so ago. Next we have 2 Jackie Rose books. So those are Trapped and Dishonour, and I know for a fact that I won these 2 in Goodreads giveaways. Crime novels, don't know why I haven't picked them up yet. Next we have One Step Too Far by Tina Seskis. I won this in a Goodreads giveaway. I've since then read a different book by Tina Seskis. Is it called The Honeymoon? I think. And I loved it, although it was a little bit of a slow burner. It was a psychological thriller, and so is this one. So now I'm really thinking I need to hurry up and read this too. Then we have a book I bought maybe in the last year or so I've not got to yet, and this is Catching a Serial Killer from a detective called Stephen Fulcher. And this is something to do with a case that he had actually worked on. It says a thrilling and devastating look at a real-life murder case and potentially one of the UK's most prolific serial killers. On the subject of serial killers, I bought this about a year or so ago too, because I am obsessed with Jack the Ripper, so anything that I can get Jack the Ripper related book-wise, I do. So this is the Mammoth Book of Jack the Ripper, and it's edited by Maxim Jubowski and Nathan Braund. And I think this has got like a bunch of essays and stuff in. Here we have 1 Mile Under by Andrew Cross. I think this is a crime novel that I won on a Goodreads giveaway. Next we have The Nightmare Place by Steve Mosby, or Mosby, not sure. This one I won on a Goodreads giveaway. That cover, just the simplicity of it, yet the terrifying feel of it just has me wanting to pick it up right now, even though I can't remember what it's about anymore. Next we have Dark Rooms by Lily Anolik, and I think this was a psychological thriller that I won in a Goodreads giveaway. Next we have Hostage 3 by Nick Lake, and I'm not sure about this one either. Apparently it's a explosive and emotionally charged thriller. So yeah, it makes sense that I requested again this one in a Goodreads giveaway and won. I just haven't got to it still. If I could just take a year off work to like catch up on my TBR, wouldn't that be fantastic? Here we have The Defense by Steve Kavanagh. And I've read this and I absolutely adored it. I've since got my hands on the 2nd book in the series, and I think I recently got declined for the 3rd book in the series, but never mind, I'll just buy it. So this is a kind of suspense crime thriller novel about this lawyer named Eddie Flynn, and he's not the cleanest of lawyers in many ways. In fact, this cover of this arc that I won in the competition is just fantastic. So this says, "Meet Eddie Flynn, lawyer, husband, father. Is this the man you want defending you?" But you can then bend that back to a second cover, like full on thick like a cover. And it says, "Meet Eddie Flynn, con artist, liar and drunk. Is this the man you want defending you?" So I really think that that just caught my eye early on. So when this one came through, I actually did read it straight away, and I'm so glad I did. And finally on this shelf, we have The Prophecy of Bees by R.S. Pateman. And this is intriguing because I've just noticed it says other things in between. So, superstition is of a dangerous thing. And this is a psychological thriller from what I can remember, so... And it seems I've managed to film all of this before the workman came, so yay! Thank God I didn't have to look like a weirdo. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe by clicking the image of me if you want to see more book reviews and other bookish content from me, and I will see you soon. Bye bye!